you, this video is going to be really hard to keep under 4 minutes, so I'm going to have to talk really fast, so these are my top 10 web series. Number 10, Call Me Katie by Fat Goat Productions. We kick off the list with an adaptation of Taming of the Shrew by William Shakespeare. Now, this series has a few problematic moments, but they do a really good job of adapting some really sexist source material. Plus, the series is fun, most of the characters are really believable, and I absolutely love the Georges. Number 9, The Misselthwaite Archives by Penciling Productions. This one is an adaptation of The Secret Garden, which, as that was one of my favorite books as a kid, naturally holds a special place in my heart. It beautifully translates the character of Mary from a spoiled 8-year-old to a moody teenager. It captures the feeling of magic of the story that most adaptations can't. Number 8, 12th Grade or Whatever by Quit Modest Productions. This one is an adaptation of William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, with a wonderful twist on the premise, which I'm not going to spoil right now. Suffice it to say that it's inclusive, it's great, and all the characters feel really real. Number 7, Couple-ish. This series is rooted in the familiar trope of fake relationship, yada yada. It follows the topsy-turvy romances involving Rachel, a gay bartender doing her best not to get sent back to England, Dee, Rachel's non-binary bisexual roommate who did not ask for this shit, Amy, Dee's pansexual little sister, and Ed, the solitary straight character who's dating Dee. It beautifully combines comedy, romance, and real-world issues. Pro tip, watch with closed captions on. Trust me. Number 6, Green Gables Fables. An adaptation of Anne of Green Gables, which totally doesn't hold a special place in my heart because it follows an accident-prone, stubborn, bookwormy redhead. It's wonderful, surprisingly interactive, and does a great job of making the motivations and actions of all of its characters understandable and relatable. Number 5, Carmilla by Verve Girl TV. This one is an adaptation of J. Sheridan LaFano's novella, which actually predates Dracula. The show also keeps true to the source material in that it's about lesbian vampires. You heard me right, the gays had vampires first. Isn't the world a wonderful place? It's dark, morbid, and hilarious, and it managed to keep me and my roommate Carly on the edge of our seats from week to week. Number 4, In Earnest by Severe Chill Productions. This one's an adaptation of Oscar Wilde's play, The Importance of Being Earnest. The remarkable thing about this series is that the original play was a farce. None of the characters were supposed to be likable. And yet somehow the creators of this series took these characters whose entire personalities were silly rich people and managed to make them likable and relatable. This, combined with a wonderful transmedia element when it was airing, I kind of became friends with some of the characters and enemies to others, makes this series one of the most memorable web series I've ever seen. Number 3, Nothing Much to Do by the Candlewasters. This one is the series that got me back into watching web series after years of not watching them. It's an adaptation of William Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing, which just might be my favorite Shakespearean comedy, set in a high school in New Zealand. Though at times disbelief must be suspended, it keeps true to the silliness inherent in all of Shakespeare's comedies, complete with a lot of innuendo. And I mean, where do you get Shakespearean levels of drama and dick jokes if not in a high school? My one caveat to this, please don't watch the sequel series Lovely Little Losers. Just trust me, love yourself, and don't watch it. Number 2, All for One by Kinda TV. One for all and all for one. That's right, the Three Musketeers, except girls. And gay. There are 2 things I absolutely love about this series. First is that the main 4 characters are actually archetypes of the 4 Hogwarts houses. The second is that we, the audience, have stand-in characters via the main character's online friends, the Inseparables. Number 1, The Lizzie Bennet Diaries by Pemberley Digital. Okay, you can call me a purist all you want, but this adaptation of Pride and Prejudice is pretty much what launched the literary web series genre. Hopefully this little rant has given you an insight into why I'm so obsessed with web series. DFTBA everybody, Q, I'll see you tomorrow!